let's get weird. Let's get Japanese 8th century deity weird. Since we're in spring, which in Texas means the portals of hell open from the sky, I decided an appropriate deity for this time would be Raijen. And Raijen is the god or deity of lightning and thunder, also known as Raiden. Rai meaning thunder, and Jin or Shin meaning god or kami. Interesting fact about that is that he was often mistaken for an oni or demon instead of a god. Interesting fact number 2 is that he wasn't really a demon or oni or a god. He was just kind of his own thing. He was actually created by Izanagi and Izanami, which if you watched my previous video, you know that they're the creators of Amaterasu, or the sun goddess. Now, Raijen was said to have a demon's head, eagle claws, and flames for skin. He also had a ring of drums over his head. A freaking ring of drums! Do you even beat, bruh? If his flaming skin and freaking demon head wasn't scary enough, the guy had a thunder beast called Raiju, which he threw as a thunderball. I'm pretty sure they borrowed this from somewhere. Could it be Zeus? But that's where the badassery ends, because things take a bizarre turn. You see, Raijen, he has a thing for belly buttons. So the thing about belly buttons is, if you were a kid in Japan, in 8th century Japan, and you walked outside during a storm, Raijen would descend down from the heavens and he would steal your cute little belly button. But it gets better. Do you remember that cute little thunder beast earlier, Raiju? Well, he didn't distinguish belly buttons, so if you were an adult or a kid and you fell asleep outside, Raiju would come curl up in your belly button all snuggly. And the only way to get Raiju out of your navel was to have Raijen throw fireballs at Raiju. Wow, that must suck. Besides belly buttons, Raijen has his redeeming qualities. He actually saved Japan from invading Mongols in 1274. With what, you might ask? Well, lightning bolts, of course. So, more badassery afoot. Apparently, Raijen was opposed to Buddha. So, Buddha sent down these 33 gods, which eventually tamed him. If you know about Raijen, you've probably also heard Fujin, which is the god of wind. They're often mentioned together because it's vaguely hinted that they're related. Raijen's earliest appearance was in the Kakko Genzai Ingako, which is the Sutra of Past and Present, Cause and Effect. 8th century. So it's the night before I leave to Japan. Yay, Japan. I get to stay up all night tonight just to ensure that I can sleep on the flight. Yay. So for those of you that have been kind of following and listening to my other vlogs, you know that my first book, Awakening, was released last year. And this year, I was absolutely blessed with the fact that I get to go back to Japan. And last year, I got to mostly stay in Tokyo. Well, this year, I'm doing research on the second book in the trilogy, which will be released sometime this year. And I wanted to basically go to some areas I'd never been. I, of course, had to return back to Akihabara because I am a true lover of all things that are tiny figurines, like gashapon. Had to have those. But also, I'm traveling down to Osaka and Kyoto. And while I'm in Kyoto, I really wanted to see what older, more charming Japan looked like. And I've been told that that's an absolutely great place to go. I'll be visiting Gion, which is actually considered a really good spot to see geisha, tea ceremonies, all kinds of really neat things like that. So I wanted to go there to see more cultural side of Japan, because Tokyo, I wouldn't say it's westernized, but it's more so westernized than Kyoto is. And while I'm there, I'm actually going to be taking a two-hour train ride to Ise, which is southern Japan. And in Ise, there's going to be what's called Ise Grand Shrine. And if you read the first book, or when you read the first book, Ise Grand Shrine is a very pivotal point in the story. So I decided I'm going to go down there and I'm going to do more research into Shintoism and more into also Japanese mythology while I'm there, because I really wanted to make sure that all my facts didn't just come from Wikipedia or, some kind of online source or all the books that I read to cross-reference. I really wanted to get it from locals. So, while I'm down there, I'm going to be talking to some locals and also doing some filming about what I'm going to be researching, what's going into the book, and a few other things that you'll get to see. So it's going to be just kind of a short documentary over what I'm researching, and you also get to go to Japan with me. So, yay! Some things I also wanted to mention is right now in, I believe it's Shinjuku or Harajuku, which are the fashion districts in Japan. I know it's one of those. They are actually, the week I will be flying, which is this week, we'll have a Sailor Moon shop open, and it's a clothing type shop. And I get to actually be in Tokyo when this shop is opening. So I'm not sure if they'll let me film inside. However, I can at least film the outside to show you guys what it looks like and some of the stuff. This is really exciting for me, I don't know about all of you, because they are re-releasing Sailor Moon sometime this year. It's rumored to be this summer, and I think what leaked was possibly July. So I'm super excited to be able to go into this store, so hopefully you can see that too. Another really fun fact about this week that I'm going to Japan, apparently it is at the peak of the season for viewing cherry blossoms. And I will be going to Ueno, and Ueno is famous. It's a famous park for cherry blossoms. So hopefully I can show all of you guys what I get to see when I'm there. I know it won't be the same, but my spirit is with you in film. Thanks so much for tuning into this week's show. Please subscribe to my channel for more information over Japanese deities, culture, and language. And I'll touch on language later. I know it's been a little over a month since my last video, and I've had a lot of personal issues this last month and a half, so you'll definitely start seeing more of those videos and vlogs from me. Also, podcasts of Personified. I do have a new podcast coming up, which you'll get to hear. So, thanks a lot, and I look forward to going to Japan and showing you what it's like over there.